Okay, so now continuing with part 2. That's what I must have hit this morning. Poor thing, Jeff thought to himself. Jeff walked to the bed and sat down, making sure he didn't crush any of the ponies. Is she okay? Jeff asked. I don't know, the orange pony responded. I think so. Look, Jeff said. I didn't mean to hit her. Jeff reached over and picked up the small Pegasus in his hands, gently raising her to his eye level. Her body felt small and fragile, though he got the oddest feeling she'd try and attack him if he voiced such an opinion. However, she was just a filly, as were the rest of these colorful equines. The pink pony curiously looked at Jeff's hands and began to crawl over to them. Where she went, or how she got back without notice, Jeff would never know. She crawled across Jeff's arm, causing him to chuckle from being tickled until she made it to his palm, where she looked at the blue Pegasus and then at Jeff's hand. Ooh, what are these? The curious filly asked. Those are my fingers. What do they do? Jeff was a bit slow to respond to the filly's question. Help me grab things, write, type, push buttons, eat? Eat? The pink pony exclaimed. You have food? Jeff was shocked at the pink filly shouting, but answered her anyway. Yeah. What do ponies like you eat? Do you have cake? Questioned the pink filly. No, Jeff said bluntly. He was afraid this pony might receive one hell of a sugar rush if he gave her anything with sugar in it. Do you like fruit? Like apples? Wait, doesn't fruit have sugar too? Nah, it's healthy stuff. Should be fine. No such sugar as healthy sugar, my friend. The orange filly perked up and ran over Jeff's knee. You have apples? She asked. I have one or two. I think it should be enough for all of you. Jeff sat down the blue and pink fillies onto the bed. I'll be right back. Jeff got up and walked out of the bedroom, into the hallway. His thoughts were racing. I'm taking this a lot better than I should. Most people would have overreacted and probably called pest control. Or worse. I wonder if people really would call the FBI. It's probably just over-theorized. Then again, people are crazy, like Brian. Or even worse, my brother. Oh, what am I going to do with these 5 colorful ponies? I can't just have people come over willy-nilly anymore. I'll probably have to hide them. No, I can't do that. That'll probably lower their self-esteem. Wait, do ponies have self-esteem? I don't even know. Okay, I'm sure that after I give them some apples, I can get them out of here. It shouldn't be too hard. They must have parents of some sort, or names for that matter. Probably should ask them for their names. Do they even have names? If they don't, then that will be weird. Oh no! What if they don't and they ask me to name them? Then I'll end up being stuck with these fillies for the rest of my life. I can't get married or even have a girlfriend. What would I tell her? Who needs women? Fuck them. Just be gay. Jeff reached the kitchen and walked towards the fridge. He opened the door and searched for the apples. I can't just say to her, oh yeah, since you'll be dating me, I should let you know I have magical, colorful ponies living in my home. I'm not weird or anything. They just showed up one day. Because that would go swimmingly. Now where are those apples? Jeff scrounged through his refrigerated products. Aha! He exclaimed in mock triumph. There you are. The apples sat towards the back of the fridge, as if trying to hide from Jeff's searching eyes. Jeff grabbed the 2 apples and set them on the counter. After closing the fridge door, he glided over to his silverware drawer in search of a knife. After heroically retrieving the knife, he grabbed a plate and set the fruit upon it. Jeff made quick work of the apples and set the knife in the sink. As Jeff walked towards the kitchen, he heard a small, melodic voice as if something was singing. Jeff stopped his movement and listened to the subtle voice. The voice was coming from his windowsill, where a small yellow Pegasus was looking through the screen into the bright outside world. Jeff sat the plate down on the counter and slowly approached the small Pegasus. As he got closer, he could see a few birds had gathered by the window, joining the small filly in song like some harmonious chorus from a cartoon. You have no idea. Jeff stood a few feet back and watched the filly sing to the birds, her voice soothing and graceful, relaxing, almost making him forget that 6 tiny ponies had invaded his home. As soon as her song ended, she began to actually talk to the little birds. He thought would have flown away. That was a lovely song, Jeff complimented the filly. The filly jumped back and looked at the strange creature. She fled to the corner of the windowsill, trying to hide. The birds flew off from the sudden intrusion. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff apologized. I didn't mean to scare you. I liked your singing. The small filly only hid her face with her wings. So, do you have a name? He smiled. The Pegasus's only response was a bit of trembling and squeaky noises he assumed were whimpers. With a sigh, he walked back to the counter and picked up a piece of apple. He set it down in the corner of the windowsill opposite the frightened Pegasus before leaving the kitchen with the remaining apple slices. Once the creature had seemingly left, the small filly lifted her wings from her face. Opening her eyes and looking around to see if the beast had indeed left, she sighed in relief and looked ahead of her, spotting the thing the creature left behind, a slice of apple. Her stomach growled at her for being empty, and she walked precariously over to the luscious fruit. She eyed the food and cautiously leaned down to take a bite, expecting the giant to return any moment as if it's a trap. Munching down into the apple slice, a sweet sensation filled her mouth, and she smiled. With no sign of the creature returning, the filly sat in the windowsill and peacefully ate her breakfast, looking out the window at the birds that still fluttered about outside. Jeff opened the bedroom door and saw the 5 fillies looking at him anxiously. The blue filly had finally gotten her senses back, and she didn't look all too happy. Jeff approached the bed and sat down on the edge, being careful not to crush any of the ponies. He set the plate of apple slices next to him, and watched the ponies rush over to them like wild animals, the blue one arriving first despite her previous rattled noggin and wariness of him. Hopefully me giving her food will make her like me. Wait, do I want them to like me? What if that makes them want to stay? Dude, you got ponies, they're adorable. Shut up and stop worrying about such small crap. I'd love to be in your shoes right now. Putting the thought away for later, Jeff couldn't help but laugh at the sight of 3-inch ponies eating apples off of a plate. He watched as the curious little creatures devoured the apples with haste while chattering amongst themselves about the food, the orange one seeming to have a rather odd opinion about them, as if she could grow better apples herself. You must be hungry, Jeff chuckled. What were you doing last night? The pink pony Jeff had acquainted with earlier hopped up on his knee. We were trying to vanquish you, she said with the largest smile ever on her face. You were trying to what? Jeff questioned, flabbergasted by the response that was given to him. To vanquish you. Oh, it was funny. The blue pony tried to crawl up your nose and... Before the pink filly could finish her speech, the blue Pegasus raced up to her and shut her trap. Heh, she nervously chuckled. You don't need to hear about that. That still gives you no reason to hit me like you did. Well, I'm sorry, Jeff melodramatically proclaimed, but if something flies by my face, I'm bound to hit it. It's a natural reaction. Besides, all that matters now is that you're okay. The orange filly devoured her meal and walked over to Jeff. He has a point. And besides, he gave us food. You can't argue with food. Food is good for the soul. The blue pony fought for a moment before having an odd reaction to the pink filly. Did you just lick me? she exclaimed. The pink pony burst out in laughter and started rolling on her back. Jeff and the orange pony laughed as well. That's not funny, the blue Pegasus yelled back. What if I get sick? She's right, you know. You can get really sick if someone licks you, Jeff wryly said. Concern grew on the blue filly's face. Her ears drooped behind her mane. Really? She asked, concerned. No, Jeff chortled. I was only teasing you. I've been wondering. Do you have names? The fillies all looked at each other and shook their heads. Oh, no, Jeff thought to himself. I'm going to have affection for these things. There goes my love life. And the ponies are your love life. Shut up. No, it might not be so bad. I mean, fillies like these must have had parents. Really tiny pony parents. Did you have parents? Jeff asked the fillies. I think so, the pink pony burst in. But I can't remember. Oh, God, Trixie must have wiped their memories, too. A smile spread across her face. And if one doesn't remember, then I'm sure that the rest don't either. Just my luck. Well, I suppose it can't be all bad. What's the harm in raising small, colorful, magical ponies with no known origin? Jeff ended his thoughts. You know, Jeff began, I'm probably going to regret this. I suppose I can name you. What am I thinking? This is a horrible idea! The small ponies cheered. The pink filly started bouncing up and down in the bed. Pick me! She yelled. Pick me! I'm going to laugh if you name them exactly the names on the show. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. Oh God. Okay, Jeff hesitantly said. Well, you sure are really pink. Oh, don't say it! Don't do it. How about Pinky? Dude! I swear to God, if he keeps doing this, this is going to be freaking such lucky guesses. I'm so terrible at this, Jeff said. Apparently so's Hasbro, Jeff, so they feel your pain. Don't worry. The pink filly gasped and smiled. I love it! She jumped on the Jeff and started to climb up his arm. The blue Pegasus raised her front leg high. Me next! Well, okay. Jeff sat there for a second. This is bad. I'm blanking on a name for her. I could use Sky. She is blue. Nah, too cliche. Even for a Pegasus. Okay, I'll just look over her once more, and something will come to mind. And nothing does. Great. Okay, it's fine. I'm sure something will come. What an odd main color scheme. Rainbow. Well, I don't want her to be stereotyped as a lesbian. Can ponies be lesbians? I don't even want to know. She does seem quick with her wings. Wait, I think I got it. You like flying, don't you? Jeff asked her. Yes, the pony replied enthusiastically. Oh my gosh, are you going to name me Flying? That would be so cool. I was thinking something along the lines of, pause for dramatic effect, Dash. Son of a bitch, Jeff said, trying to sound as cool as he possibly could, but failing miserably. Little Pegasus's eyes lit up. I love it, she yelled. Dash, it's just so awesome. Good thing she's easily pleased. She's a child. They're all easily pleased. I'm sure that will change with time. Jeff turned to Pinky, who was now sitting on his shoulder looking down at the other ponies. Jeff simply smiled and turned to face the other ponies. Who's next? The other ponies were quiet for a second, before Jeff went ahead and picked one. How about you? He asked the purple filly. Okay, she said with a gleeful smile. Jeff pondered for a moment. Well, what do you like to do? Jeff inquired of her. I like to read. Oh, and write notes, the filly said happily. You mean like studying? Jeff asked. The filly nodded. Geez, like school in a cute little purple package, Jeff thought to himself. I wonder if I'll have to teach them. That would be horrible. I wasn't the best at school. The C's and D's on my report card can attest to that. At least I don't have to worry too much about people finding out about these ponies. I don't know that many people. Oh, you loser. The only person that's all likely to show up is Brian. I wonder if what he'd think about me for caring for colorful ponies. He'd probably laugh, like he did when he found out I used Spark Notes for just about every school assignment I could. He didn't let that go for months. I never looked at that website again, which probably explains why I never went to college. Wait. Oh no. Spark Notes, don't do it. A smile grew on Jeff's face. I know. How about Spark? Little Philly giggled. That sounds silly. How about Sparkle? Oh, fucking damn it. Sparkle? Jeff asked himself. You really like that? Uh-huh, nodded the purple unicorn. Okay then, as long as you like it. Jeff sighed to himself in relief. Okay, I'm on a roll. No, Twilight named herself, jackass. You only got 2. Only 2 more. Wait, 3. 3 more ponies. I'm done naming them. This isn't so bad. I thought I would do horribly and pick stupid names like Jeff. Wait, that's my name. Stupid brain. I meant names like Princess, Twilight, Sparkleshine, Frank. Oh God, Frank. Oh, could you give me a name next, darling? The white filly asked in a cute little accent. Darling? That's adorable. Oh no, I'm starting to like these ponies, especially the pink one, Pinky. What is she even doing right now? Jeff looked to his shoulder to find that Pinky had disappeared. He looked about to see other shoulders. He looked about to his other shoulder around the bed, but couldn't spot her. Suddenly, atop his head, he could feel something warm. Slowly raised his hand above his head. Jeff gently sat his hand down, feeling a soft, small object on his head. What are you doing up there? He asked Pinky. The pink filly remained silent and slept peacefully atop Jeff's head. He gently picked up the pink filly, set her down on his pillow. How did I not notice that? Am I seriously so focused on naming them that I couldn't feel Pinky climb up my neck? Well, I will say that she's just a gem. Wait. I think I have a name for you, little miss. Jeff smiled. Gem. Gem? The little white filly asked. Yes, Gem, repeated Jeff. Gem? This is going nowhere fast, Jeff thought to himself. Then again, she is young. I don't even know how old these ponies are. What are ponies this young doing on their own? More importantly, why are they in my apartment? Because Banana! Pinky suddenly shouted in her sleep. Well, that was oddly convenient. I'll worry about this later. I know this will come back to bite me in the end, whether I worry now or not. Do you know what a gem is, sweetie? Jeff kindly asked. The white filly shook her head. Well, a gem is, Jeff began to search for the right words. A gem is a shiny rock. Something of value. Oh, here. Jeff turned around to the nightstand next to his bed. Opening the top drawer, he pulled out a small purple crystal that shimmered in the morning sunlight as he gave it to the white unicorn. Something similar to this. Wait, thought for a moment. Maybe a gem is something different. I'm not sure. Either way, it's something similar to this. Jeff watched the small unicorn. Her eyes glistened, and she looked into the lovely object. Oh, how about crystal? It's beautiful, the unicorn proclaimed. Really? Jeff asked. Oh, not that. I mean the crystal. I thought you would like that name. It spent a good amount of time making it. Yeah, 5 seconds. So, crystal it is then? Jeff asked once more. Okay, replied the white pony, her eyes fixated upon the purple crystal. It's clear that she has a taste for shiny objects. Hope she isn't the spoiled type. Then again, I like shiny objects. Am I spoiled? Yes. I'm not too sure. I mean, my parents gave me what I wanted for the most part. Ah! Being distracted. Okay, now for the orange one. What about me, partner? The orange filly asked in her country accent. Got a name for me? Oh my gosh, your accent is so cute. I'm so glad no one can hear my thoughts. Okay, I can do this. I'll just look over her like I do the others, or learn her personality. Well, she does remind me of my friend Jack. Jack has that accent, drives a giant truck, and has horses. Maybe I can ask him how to take care of small ponies. Nah, he'll just laugh. Well, I just can't name her Jack. What about Jacqueline? Jacqueline? Jeff asked, unsure. Nah, it sounds too frilly, the orange pony replied. I thought Jacqueline was a good name. At least it would have been normal, not some weird name like Sparkle or Pinky. Then again, at least those aren't acronyms or nicknames like JD or AJ. Then again, she may like that. What about AJ? Jeff inquired of the orange filly. What does A stand for? She questioned back. It stands for... Jeff looked around the bedroom. Oh, come on! I can think of a simple name with A. Annabelle, Anna, Ariana, Ariel, Alice, Apple. Apple? Am I stupid or something? I just based her name off of the food I just fed them. Even worse now is that every time I think of her name, I'll be thinking of cereal. Speaking of which, I haven't eaten today. Maybe I should. I kind of like that. Okay then, Pony began. From now on, I'm AJ. Really? Okay, at least I'm done naming them. Now what? Oh wait, I still have the other pony to talk to. Okay, Jeff started. We have AJ, Crystal, Sparkle, Dash, and Pinky, who's still sleeping on my pillow. What was she even doing last night? Sparkle walked to Jeff's knee and looked up at him. She said something about snow angels. I don't have snow in my room. Snow globe? Did you have a snow globe? Jeff looked to the far end of his bed. He spotted small little angel figures imprinted on his mattress. Pinky sure is something. I wonder when she'll wake up. Oh well, I have that other pony to attend to. Alright, girls, I have one other pony to go name, so I'll be right back. Jeff slowly got up from the bed, making sure not to wake Pinky. He glided across the room and out the door. Almost done. This won't be easy. I saw how shy she was when I first complimented her. She hid from me like I was a beast or monster. Then again, I am like 3,000 times their size. It's a little over-exaggerating. Well, let's see. I'm about 5'10", and they were 3 inches. So if you know what? Screw it. I'm not working out math in my head. Yeah, math sucks. All I need to know is that I'm bigger than them, so I need to take responsibility. This reminded me of movies I've seen like this. Jack and the Beanstalk. Wait, that was a horrible example. Spider-Man? With great power comes responsibility. With small ponies comes responsibility. Maybe retrosibility. Such a dork. Jeff quietly entered the kitchen and looked to the window sill, where he had seen the small filly. She was no longer there, and the apple was gone as well. Well, that's good. At least she ate the apple. Where'd she take off to? Jeff looked around his small kitchen, his eyes scanning the layout but failing to find her. Jeff exited the kitchen and glanced around the living room. A small yellow flicker caught his eye as the pony walked behind the couch near the glass door to the balcony. Finally, that's the end of the chapter. It took 2 parts, almost 3 parts, if there's probably about another 2,000 words. I'll read one more 7,000-word chapter, and that's the end of the second Fan Fiction Friday. I'm so tired I'm not even going to say it like I usually do, over the toply. So yeah, I really like this story. Can't wait to read more. Can't wait to read more of it. It's great. So yeah. 7,000 words, almost 15,000 coming up in conclusion with the second ever Fan Fiction Friday. See you then.